Hello and welcome to Inspired Healing, episode 2. Today I've decided to talk about the universal laws. There are laws in the universe that govern our existence, many people are not aware of. I'll start today with 12 of the universal laws, and at later episodes I might talk about there's some sub-laws. Let's just go on with it. So law number 1, the law of divine oneness. The law of divine oneness helps us to understand that we live in a world where everything is connected to everything else. Everything we do, say, think and believe affects others and the universe around us. Universal law 2, the law of vibration. This universal law states that everything in the universe moves, vibrates, and travels in a circular patterns. The same principles of vibration in the physical world apply to our thoughts, feelings, desires, and wills in the etheric world. Each sound, thing, and even thought has its own vibrational frequency, unique unto itself. Universal law number 3, the law of action. The law of action must be applied in order for us to manifest things on earth. Therefore, we must engage in actions that support our thoughts, dreams, emotions, and words. Universal law number 4, the law of correspondence. This universal law states that the principles or laws of physics that explain the physical world, energy, light, vibration, and motion, have their corresponding principles in the etheric or universe, as above, so below. Universal law number 5, the law of cause and effect. This universal law states that nothing happens by chance or outside the universal laws. Every action has a reaction or consequence, and we reap what we have sown. So, universal law number 6, the law of compensation. This universal law is a law of cause and effect applied to blessings and abundance that are provided for us. The visible effects of our deeds are given to us in gifts, money, inheritances, friendships, and blessings. Universal law number 7, nearly lost myself. The law of attraction. This universal law demonstrates how we create the things, events, and people that come into our lives. Our thoughts, feelings, and words and actions produce energies which in turn attract like energies. Negative energies attract negative energies, and positive energies attract positive energies. So what that means is, obviously you can see that, so you create your own reality, which I've spoke about in my first episode. So whatever you put out into the world will come back to you. So if you put good out into the world, good will come back. If it's negative stuff you put out, it'll come back to you. So you've got to really think what you're putting out into the universe, because a lot of us are working blindly, and it's not our fault. We've been conditioned that way in life. And yes, obviously the universe does have laws which are governed by us. Well, we are meant to be following these laws, and if we don't, well, the situations that occur in our life dictate where our vibration is. Okay, so everything is feeling. All right, let's go to the law, universal law number 8, the law of perpetual transmutation of energy. This universal law states that all persons have within them the power to change the conditions in their lives. Higher vibrations consume and transform lower ones. Thus, each of us can change the energies in our lives by understanding the universal laws and applying the principles in such a way as to effect change. Universal law number 9, The law of relativity. This universal law states that each person will receive a series of problems, tests of initiation in life, for the purpose of strengthening the light within. We must consider each of these tests to be a challenge and remain connected to our hearts when proceeding to solve the problems. This law also teaches us to compare our problems to others' problems and put everything into its proper perspective. No matter how bad we perceive our situation to be, there is always someone who is in a worse position. It's all relative. Universal law number 10, the law of polarity. This universal law states that everything is on continuum and has an opposite. We can suppress and transform undesirable thoughts by concentrating on the opposite pole. It is the law of mental vibration. Universal law number 11, the law of rhythm. This universal law states that everything vibrates and moves to certain rhythms. These rhythms establish seasons, cycles, stages of development, and patterns. Each cycle reflects the regularity of God's universe. Masters know how to rise above negative parts of a cycle by never getting too excited or allowing negative things to penetrate their consciousness. So in other words, it's always keeping a balanced perspective on life and not either perceive things as either good or bad. So not getting overly excited or overly angry at situations. Just look at those as lessons to learn along your journey that are there to teach you. Because just remember that a lot of our thoughts are subconscious thoughts, so we don't even realize that we're using these subconscious thoughts. It's almost like it's on automation sort of thing. We just parts of our mind just reflect on our subconscious beliefs and they're just autopilot. Okay? All right, so spiritual law number 12, the law of gender. This universal law states that everything has its masculine yang and feminine yin principles, and that these are the basis for all creation. The spiritual initiate must balance the masculine and the feminine energies within herself or himself, become a master and true co-creator with God. So that's the 12 main spiritual laws. As I said, there are sub-laws. I believe there's 21 sub-laws, and then there's other spiritual laws. I think it's over 105, I think, from memory. But this is what governs our reality. As I said, we perceive everything to be what we see with our five senses, and it goes way beyond that. And those that know the laws of the universe work in harmony with it, and therefore they create the reality they want. Whereas most of us are working as a fluke, I guess, on how we create our reality. And we seem to, when we get things that we don't want in our life, we tend to get upset. Thank you for watching. That's all from Inspired Healing, episode 2. Until our next episode, keep well. Thank you. Bye.